Good morning, world. Well, let's stay hydrated. The cicadas are singing, which means she's gonna be a hot one, boys. Okay. Well, again, I just kind of feel. Oh, you know what? I was reminded. I was gonna say, I know it's a new moon today. I know there's a solar eclipse. Or is it the lunar eclipse? There's an eclipse today. But I was like, it just doesn't quite, I don't know, register this really weird vibe. But then I was reminded the sun has been blasting out plasma all over the place. There's been a real solar storm. And that, my friends, at least for me, is what I feel like I'm picking up on. How's everyone else doing out there? Yeah. Waves of weirdness. Okay, well, what deck do I want to use? You know what? It's gonna be the Crows. I think my goal today, I really want to befriend a little family of crows. And I have a couple spots, but the key to making friends is you gotta go to their spot all the time. Oh, look at this, right out of the gate. This really wants to come out. I was just getting into the shuffle, but Queen of Cups, can't be mad about it. Okay. Well, I am seeing a little Cancer crab, so perhaps some of you are Cancer. Oh, you know what? This reminds me. Okay, I am thinking of Cancer. We're back on the Vancouver vibe. I didn't dream last night. The night before, it was so, it was probably the clearest dream that I've had in a while. Like, detailed, but like, so non-dream-like. Like, other than me landing the trick. Okay, so in the dream, I was with Andy Anderson. For those who don't know, Andy Anderson is a professional skateboarder. He is like the contemporary Rodney Mullins. He has a very particular skate style that he's renowned for. And he's just this young guy out of Vancouver, or originally out of Vancouver. I think he lives in the States now, or I don't know. Either way, in the dream, I was hanging out with him and I was skateboarding again, and he has his own deck. He has a very particular skateboard deck and grip tape that he uses to teach people how to skate and to do certain tricks, because it's all about where you put your feet on the board. Anyway, suffice to say, now, real life, I grew up skateboarding. I skate goofy, which means that basically I'm always putting my foot in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Whatever, if you know, you know. Anyway, it's a common thing, but when you skate goofy, it's hard. So I loved skateboarding. Wasn't very great at it, like really couldn't do tricks, but I loved it, and I hung out with skaters. So in the dream, I landed this trick, and in the dream, and it was a pretty simple trick. Like, it wasn't an ollie, I think it was a shove it. But in the dream, I was so pumped, like I would be in real life, and it was true to real life. Like, it really was nothing fantastical. And even the way I landed on it was kind of like, oh, like, and then I was like, I can't believe I did that. Anyway, but my point to the story is that his last name, Anderson, is the same last name as the girlfriend that I had in New York, who was a Cancer, who was also from Vancouver. So, my point being is that we have a real Cancer Vancouver vibe here. Sorry, I digress. Sometimes, again, when the stories come out, Spirit has a point. Sometimes I don't always know the point. Sometimes I catch on right away. Okay. The other thing that I find really interesting about this deck is that, like, the image... Oh, it's a train. Ooh, a train's going by. Are some of you going to go on a train trip? The train trip to Vancouver is a fun and beautiful train ride. Maybe some of you would like to do that. Okay. Oh, of course. Oh, there's a small train. Hooray for us. Okay. What I was gonna say though is that the imagery, like everything has kind of been muted a little bit. Like they're not hard definitions. Like when you get up close, it's very like, oh yeah, so if it's not clearly defined yet. Ooh, my ear just went. Okay. So if it's not clearly defined, either it's like kind of, I'm seeing the camera lens where you're putting it into focus. So like getting closer, that train, and it was a little train. So like distance, not a lot of distance left. Okay. So wait, is this your energy or is this somebody else's energy? Let's put that to the side. I'm gonna read your energy. Okay, let's call in the crowd favorites. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, archangels, all ascended masters, all of my benevolent ancestors, whoever the collective is working with, bring them on in. Just can't bring in the devil, you know, leave those guys at the door. They can sit outside and listen. Oh, look at you. Oh boy. You're the Ten of Swords reversed. Huh. Okay. Well, let's call in Grandma for this one. And also my grandma lived and died in Vancouver. Okay, so Grandma's on the scene. Grandma. Okay, well, justice. Oh, it can't be over yet. These 10 swords in the old back. It can't be done yet until justice is restored. Not mad about it for you? What does that look like? What's this justice? What is the justice gonna look like? If we get the 8 of Swords, I'm gonna say someone's gonna be arrested. Page of Swords. Someone's been looking into something. Yes! Oh, Spirit and I are locked in. Someone in some modality of justice, or who can bring justice, someone of importance is looking into something on your behalf. I don't think you know this. Maybe you do. Okay, Grandma, love this. Guys, if you're new to the channel, my grandma was a saint. Cutest old lady ever met. She loved everybody. She was the people's people. She walked the talk. She was a Pisces. She died in prayer. She healed me through her prayer. I had this crazy, they thought it was meningitis. I had like elephantitis of the head. I had to move back in with my mom. I had to like leave the city where I was living, give up this crazy job and go back to Saskatchewan. Grandma got wind. I talked to Grandma on the phone and she said, "Dear, would you mind if I prayed for you on the phone?" And I said, "Of course, Grandma." Kid you not, guys? 6 months of seeing doctors and all of this medication and nothing was improving. Like I was literally hiding in my house. I couldn't leave the house because it was crazy. It looked like elephantitis. After that prayer, the next day, remission. So when I say Grandma's on the team, and if you need to borrow Grandma, I'm telling you, she was the people's people. She prayed for everyone that I put on her prayer list from the time I was a teen until the day that she died. So if you need a grandma, you call on Grandma Florine. I tell my son too, I say, "Son, if you're scared and I'm not there, you just call on Grandma Florine." And then he scrunches up his little face and he practices. He says, "Grandma Florine." Okay. So Grandma. Okay, well this has to be pretty significant if something's, so what are we looking into? Who is this person looking into it? Give us the scoops, Grandma. Let's go. Okay, this card. Oh Jesus. The 7 of Cups. Into the 3 of Swords. Oh, we just dropped 8 million. Literally half the deck, so we're not taking it. Okay, well, because the 3 of Swords out, they're looking into the person who's clearly been backstabbing you a goddamn billion times. And they're looking into the stories. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the illusions. I think they're looking at the story being told by the person who's been backstabbing you. I think this is really legal, to be honest. Like, someone's actually going through and they're gonna listen to their heart because something's off. There's something off. Okay, who are you dealing with? It sounds like a total nightmare. And is this the queen? Okay, wait, first, okay, I know, I'm all over the place. I'm excited because for once, today doesn't feel crazy. It's kind of peaceful. Anyway, I digress. I'm just excited. It's been a weird 4 or 5 days. Okay, the Queen of Cups is the Knight of Wands. Okay. Does this have to do with the Justice person, or is this 2 separate things? Okay, hold on. Okay. The Queen of Cups is a Knight of Wands. Okay, hold on. We gotta get another deck to clarify all these people, because I feel like we have a few things going on here. Collective. Okay, let's do a little shuff. I was using this deck for myself the other day. I'm sitting in this weird cement bowl underneath a bridge in my favorite area. Little known fact. Okay. Who is this Queen of Cups, Knight of Wands? I just want to see if they're related to this Justice piece. Wouldn't that be amazing if someone was advocating on behalf of you, secretly behind the scenes, because they saw something? What? Oh, this Queen of Cups, Knight of Wands, is the 5 of Swords? I think this person is the person who's doing this to you. Is it a mother? It's a queen. It's either your mother or the mother of your children. And she's a Knight of Wands. Ugh, yuck. A Knight of Wands can be great. They can also be ick. Okay, so now we know who that energy is. So it clearly pertains to this. Okay, so tell me about this person who's looking into this justice matter. Whatever that means. There's something here. Who is the person behind the scenes working for you? The King of Swords. Oh my God. There's no one else you want on the case than a King of Swords. He's just. He comes correct. He's honest, and he loves the truth. Oh my God. Okay. I don't know if you know this. Okay, wait. Who is the King of Swords to you currently? Like, who is this King of Swords? Who is this King of Swords? A Knight of Swords? Well, there's information. And it says on her dress something about right is worth the cost. Right is worth the cost. They're gonna make something right because it's worth it. Because truth and justice is always fucking worth it. Swear to God, the thing that will kill me in this life, if anything, is gonna be the injustice of this world. And the people who do work in these institutions that are equally as complicit in keeping the system unjust. Okay. So what's gonna happen? So they're looking into it, but like, are they gonna bring justice? What happens? What's this? Oh my God. The strength to the Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel like they see you. Okay, for one, I do kind of feel like this person could be an air sign, a Leo specifically, or could be a Libra, because we did see the Justice, but I'm getting more Gemini, Libra. I don't pick up on Aquarius very often. Could be an Aquarius. Yeah, it's not a sign I really pick up on a lot. When it comes to, I'll mention it, but this person sees you as strength. they see you as this big, beautiful, gorgeous lion who's really like 13 swords, like the 10 of swords to the 3 of swords. It's beyond terrible. See, and she's so soft. Oh, I love this for you. And they kind of adore you. Oh man, this is not the type of story. Oh, weird. I literally just saw someone behind me. I'm kind of seeing spirits lately, to be honest. Oh, my gopher friend's out. I've been feeling so bad because it's been so hot, and this big, beautiful field has been dry as hell. All the dandelions are gone. All the little, is it rose hips? No. There's this little flower that they love to eat. But we did have a bit of rain. Oh, he's a cutie patootie. Sorry guys, I'm always gonna get locked in on a cute animal. Okay, that's how this person feels about you. They're always gonna get locked in on a big beautiful animal that's been stabbed to death, or attempted to. Okay, so what's gonna happen to this Queen of Swords? Because I see someone on the case. What's gonna happen to this Queen of, or not Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups to that 5 of Swords? Ugh. So what's gonna go down? Okay, wait. I don't understand. Sorry, I'm looking at... Oh. Interesting. Okay, so the card I'm seeing is, why I'm pausing is because we have, this is the 6 of Pentacles, but this is the 6 of Pentacles where on the teapot, the scales of justice. This is the Page of Wands, and he's holding up a magnifying glass. So again, I feel like there's a justice piece. Something is being looked into, and someone is trying to break out of jail. And see, look. And this is a woman. This is a woman clubbing a man over the head. Oh my God, I'm telling you guys. Not to be gendered here, but I really do feel like the Queen of Cups is a queen. Like, and you can be any gender, this could be same sex, I don't care, but there is a woman here on the table, some kind of motherly stature, who is a 9 million out of 10 terrible, and has clearly done something in regards to the law because she is being looked into. Or I'm also seeing this person trying to set you up so that you would go to jail. Oh, another train. Okay. Okay, so what happens with this investigating? Does something come of it? Because sometimes you investigate and there's not enough evidence, or there's not enough something. But someone, I feel like it's their heart, their gut is saying something is off here. I need to listen to my heart on this one, my gut, because something isn't adding up. Eight of Swords, knew it, jail, straight to jail. I don't know who you're dealing with. I very rarely say this word, but I feel like you're dealing with a psychopath. Yeah, this is my jail card when there's like other legal stuff coming up, and especially in this one. Yeah, straight to jail, beep beep. Ugh. It's not that I'm into, here's the thing, I really am about restorative justice. That being said, do not mistake my mercy for a lack of accountability for people. I'll say it again, when it comes to Dr. Ramani's work, the only thing well, there's a couple things, but for the most part, what I disagree with is that with NPDs, narcissistic personality disorder people who are only abusive, that's really, they're horrific. You don't get on that spectrum a light and easy breezy NPD. But her whole thing is like, never unmask a narcissist, don't, like let go of the the justice piece, like everyone is always like, let go of justice. I'm sorry, why the fuck? Like, have we been beaten over the head so much by society and by institutional abusers that we're just like, we just give up all our rights? Oh, why hope for the justice system to be what it's supposed to be? Why strive to have people do their jobs, you know? And to hold people accountable who do harm against others. So I disagree with that, but that being said, prisons don't heal people. You know? They don't. They're a torture chamber, in my opinion, and it's another way to have modern day slaves, and it's not about healing people, and that's my issue. So on one hand, I'm like, I'm not mad when I see terrible people, the idea of jail, but actually jail is not really my jam. I'm into restorative justice. I would actually rather people, places, and things actually get supports put in place to at least hold them accountable and give them the best resources and chances to heal. Sometimes it's not possible, but it's better to have communal support around them. Okay. So, you've got this secret angel. Okay, Grandma, I want to know all about this secret angel right now who's helping the collective. That it looks as though there's also some kind of romantic, or maybe it's just an affinity. Oh God, they're coming out as the King of Cups. Wow. How interesting that you go from this Queen of Cups that looked initially good, but isn't. They're a backstabber. But now you got this King of Cups. Well, they have a lot of emotion for you. Okay. Okay, wait, so now let's go back for a sec. They're a King of Cups and a King of Swords. Okay. Let's go back to the crows. So, what's gonna go on with you two? Is this a high level? Sometimes our angels, like soulmates, like I said, there's all kinds of soulmates. And sometimes soulmates come in for one hot second. You just might have a soulmate earth angel. The contract is they're coming in to help you. They love you. Like there's an affinity here. They just, Page of Wands, well, there's an attraction. There's an attraction. I love to see it. And it's creative. Oh, okay. So outside of this very legal situation, how does this King of Swords, King of Cups see you? See you. It's the Knight of Cups. And the Queen of Wands. Oh yeah, these are my sexy lines. I love these lines. Oh my God. Well, see, when we talk about being attractive, like for me, it's not about the body. It's not about like, and also like guys, historically, ideals of beauty have consistently changed. It's only been in the Western Hemisphere with, really it started with the model Twiggy, who is also a Virgo as we head into Virgo season. Anyway, this whole like heroin chic, there's a great artist named Orlan, Parisian, and she would undergo live cosmetic surgeries, and what she would do is that she would pick individual parts of the body from different time periods and different regions of the world that were considered beautiful. So she might have got her nose to be a certain type of Roman or Egyptian nose with like a forehead, like, you know. Anyways, she did it live, which is, oh man, if you want to look into some incredible work, she has nerve damage now. She's not doing those anymore. But it was an interesting reminder that in every period, in every part of the world, different things were considered beautiful. Regardless of that, it's the essence. So when we think of Queen of Wands, I don't care what your jam is. You can be big, small, flat bum, round bum, big muscles, no muscles, small breasts, big breasts, you know, small peen, big peen. It's not about these things. It's about your essence. But you stand out. Like, you're showing up as 2 lions. That's how impressive you are. 2 gorgeous lions. I do love these lions. I do. And with this Knight of Cups, yeah, they see you as someone who's a lover, center stage. Just beautiful. They just see you as beautiful. Okay. And the 10 of Cups is here, but let's see. Okay, so what's gonna happen? I feel like there's some, like, you don't even really know who this person is, but something's coming up in terms of legality stuff. And that also probably wouldn't be the time, nor would it be appropriate. Oh, this just slid right out. Oh my god, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, they want to make an offer. Ooh, what do we got? Who's peeking out? Well, we have the 6 of Wands. Okay, so I feel like there's going to be a success. They're going to help you significantly. They're going to come forward with an offer. What's the offer? The offer is success again. To help you. To be honest, this person might be a lawyer. I'm trying to think of, they might be, I'm hearing like retired police, like an investigator. Yeah, it's either an investigator, a lawyer, someone, I don't know, because in Canada too, like I'm in a weird province where we follow Parisian law. So there's different names of people in the judiciary system. I'm trying to think of who could be behind the scenes. I don't know, someone's looking into it for you. Someone's advocating, and they have the means. Because the 6 of Wands is really, it's that PTSD card, because it's coming after the 5 of Wands, which is traditionally an epic battle. You're on the battlegrounds. Yeah, they want you to win this. They want to see you win the war. You know what it is with that lion being like that? You've lost a few battles, but you are not going to lose the war. Oh my god. To the 6 of, and look, the scales again. And we saw it in this 6 of, hold on, I gotta find it. Where are you? 6 of Penties, where'd you go? Of course, it's always like that, isn't it? 6 of Penties. Well, I did already show you. It's just nice to have to see again. Come on. Okay, oh, there you are. Yeah. The cherry blossoms also make me think of Vancouver. When I think about my grandma and walking around the different parks, Stanley Park, stuff, I don't know, cherry blossoms. Some of you might actually be Japanese, for all I know. I'm trying to figure out why there's moths. It's like the one detail I don't sit with it very often, but when I do, I'm like, moths and the scales of justice. Because again, the artist would have to put it there for a reason. It's not just happenstance. There's a purpose. It's not just moths though, there's a few insects. Insects on a teapot. I'm gonna have to sit with that. Sorry, I was reminded of yesterday when I finally found a quiet spot. I was sitting and this guy was doing his prayers behind me. and I was just cloud watching. And I had put out for a while, the last 2 days of like, I was trying to figure out the justice piece actually, like for me in my life, and also the Spirit was reminding me of the fact that since the time I've been born, most of the significant people in my life, including right up to this new roommate, like, I am always seemingly under the oppressive thumb of very controlling people. It's very interesting. But in my entire life, I have gone to join the monastery as many times as I've gone to join the army. And what's so interesting is that one of the first psychics that I saw when I was a teenager had told me, she picked up on, her name was Peggy. Peggy was like, and she was the first person to pick up on the fact that I was bisexual. And she was like, oh, she's like, you're a war baby. She's like, you have been in so many battles, so many wars, like, your spirit is warrior. But she's like, what's so interesting is you've done that for a bazillion years, but then equal to that, you have lived in every type of monastery. And so then she called it, she's like, are you bisexual? And at that time, nobody was talking about being bi, let alone queerness in rural Saskatchewan back in the 90s. But I knew I was bi, and my eyes got big. And she's like, there's a common thing. She's like, when spirits are really been around for a bit, you've been doing a lot of lifetimes, that when you're just with a lot of the same genders for eons and eons, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I was thinking about my love and yet disdain for the army, but it's familiar, and same with the monastery. And I was thinking about how I've thought about rejoining, or not rejoining, re-enlisting, like going to join the army again, as well as becoming a priest. These are always the two things that I come back to. But my point is that Spirit was like, dude, like, the army, like, you hate people who abuse their power, like the army, but yet there's something within me that loves the structure, that loves, I don't know how to describe it. It's been with me since the age, but it's no different than a monastery, just different polarities. But essentially, you have very stringent rules. You have people of authority giving you the information. You're stripped down to rebuild you. And I was like, oh, so it's not just karma. Includes so many things, and it's, again, karma is not about punishment, it's about unresolved. And so, going back to the micro and the macro, you can have your basic karma and the individual to bigger things. So I clearly have, in terms of Western psychology, generational trauma. I've clearly picked my parents in terms of romantic partners, which really has not been working for me since they're very unwell people. But then thinking about a bigger context of why I am drawn to really controlling environments and people, and making that connection yesterday, it was profound. I was like, oh my God, and thinking about who I am. I hate authority figures for the most part. And not because I hate authority, it's not arbitrary. It's because I've just really only experienced people who abuse their power. I've met great leaders, people in great positions of authority and power, but who didn't abuse it. Anyway, there's something there about that. I don't know why I went off on that, but there's something there. But going back to cloud watching, if you have a problem, you put it at the front of your mind, like a little kernel, put it out to the universe. I'm telling you, go lay on your back, just watch the clouds, don't think about anything. And I'm telling you, it'll sneak right in. You'll have epiphanies, left, right, and center all day. The key to it is just non-thinking, the space in between. That's why I love watching clouds. They're beautiful, but like, Just vibe. And I'm telling you, the answers will come. How are you gonna feel about this person? Oh, wasp. Okay, sorry. I got distracted by the wasp. Okay, so this person who is coming in to help you. Well, that's grating. Okay, I need to focus. The person behind the scenes, are you even gonna know about them or what? Back to that King of Swords. To the Two of Pentacles. But in this Two of Pentacles, we see two flying off. I'm not getting... I want clear answers though. I want to know how you feel about this person. Or what do you think about this person? What do you think about this person when they come towards you, offering help? King of Swords. Okay, well, I feel like you're very clear. You're very clear and they're very clear. Okay, Grandma, tell me more. Wow. Back to this. Okay, Three of Wands was out before. Back to this. Okay, see how there's two in that prison? There's something here about the two flying off and one being left. I don't know if this is you and this person, or if this is that mother energy and maybe someone else. I don't know, but this is the Nine of Swords. But again, going back to that kind of jail feeling or imprisonment. Yeah, there's an emphasis on an extra two. Okay, what's the extra two about? The Wheel of Fortune. So, in that Two of Pentacles, I think it's going to be that queen that's left holding those pentacles, having to balance the repercussions, accountability, while the other two fly off. I think it's going to be you and this person. Okay, hold on. I'm so interested in... Okay, hold on. Let's put you over here. Let's get you guys back in here. Okay. Let's get you guys. Okay. Grandmama. Okay. Full scoops. Stat. Oy. Full scoop stat on what does this person do for work? Are they a lawyer? Oh my god, if we get the Justice card, I'm gonna scream. Nine of Swords. Well, there's a lot of eyes. They look into things. Okay. The person who's going to help you, that seems like a legal matter, and the Empress. Okay, so they're an Empress? I know we have the Nine of Swords, but we saw that other Nine of Swords. But because I use this deck, I think it's about the eyes, and I've already said investigator. Okay, well, they're in a position of power, and they investigate. They look into things. No. Exactly. And now they're the King of Pentacles, but again, a woman. And back to that page. Yeah, they're investigating. And it's interesting because they had a lot of masculine energy in the beginning. They're also showing up as the Empress, and they're, in this deck, the King of Pentacles comes twice. There's a male and a female to represent. Interesting. This person who's helping you might be a woman as well. No gender here. I don't care. Bisexual. Maybe you're bisexual. I don't know. Okay. Well. Justice on the bottom. Exactly. Okay. There's some kind of legal stuff here. So what is your relationship in the future with this person? What is the potential outcome for this relationship? No, too many. No. Just one. I don't want to get confused because we're going to wrap this up. What's the future? This person who's going to help you out legally. Man, back to the King of Swords. Look at this one. We've had every type of King of Swords. Like, the King of Swords has come out, what, like 4 or 5 times now? Well, all that King of Swords, the two of you just met, it might just be a friendship that is based off of cerebral and mental, compatibility. Wow, look at this. Queen of Swords to that Ace of Pentacles, and she's got hearts on her dress. I think it's love, guys. I really do. I just suspect that it's really going to be a mental compatibility here. Communicating, talking, ideas, even dreams. This has such a dreamy quality, like stitching your dreams come true. I don't know. But we're seeing the Queen to the King. I don't know, there's just a lot here. Okay, so what's coming towards you in terms of this legal business? Like, does this wrap up right away, or like, I don't know. I feel like there's like a way bigger story here. 5 of Swords, okay. So we're back to that Queen Mother energy, back to shenanigans, so... Oh, they're done. They're done. Yeah. And that's the truth. Yeah. This person who works in law holds the key of truth. Okay, guys, no word of a lie. There is nothing on this planet. Like, when I say nothing, it's better than any drug high, sex, orgasm, food. Nothing makes me more excited than seeing justice for all, like real justice. When real justice comes out and people actually do their jobs and fight for actually the truth, as I keep saying it, fucking court. Like, strategy, like, truth doesn't need strategy. Either we're bringing the receipts of truth here, or, you know, you call it strategy. God, legalese. Like, just, yeah, anyway, my point being, I'm fucking excited for you. Okay, well, we're gonna leave it there. That was thrilling. Kind of all over the place, but whatever. Here we are. Yeah, justice for all. Go get it. Go get it, my guy. Go get it, my girl. And I don't know. I mean, everyone thought that Johnny Depp was going to fall in love with his lawyer after the Amber Heard trial. And maybe they had a smooch, but I think it was just 2 professionals. Again, similar minds. The truth. And, speaking of which, Amber Heard, diagnosed NPD. And people don't really understand that she's a histrionic. I don't know why people think that shit's funny. They don't fucking get it. I'm like, dude, just be blessed that you're not in the fucking group of people who have to fucking deal with these people. And just think about that, yeah. But he had the money to fight her and had a great legal team, but just think about the smear campaign, you know? It took a while, but then that next trial, he came out. So I suspect that's how it's gonna be for you. Okay, well guys, go get it. I gotta go do some work with some angels and, I don't know, go walk around. I gotta go up to the cemetery, see my girl Blackie. Ugh. Alright, well, gang, gonna slice. Stay blessed, stay golden.